Hi everybody, and welcome back to Organized Joy. Today we're going to be talking about reminders. So let me start with two for you. Number one, hit subscribe below if you haven't already. Number two, give me a thumbs up if you like this episode. Probably at the end, but you can do it now if you're really happy. And the third one actually is head on over to organizedjoy.co.za to my blog and subscribe to my blog. I send out emailers like maybe one or two a week, and it's always about life lessons that I have come across and I share with you. Sometimes it's interesting things and fun things, and other times it's really hectic things that have happened to me and how I've dealt with them. So if you're interested in that, head on over. There's 3 reminders for you. But the whole purpose of this episode is to talk to you about how to set yourself reminders. Now, reminders are not meant to cause trauma in your life and an increased heart rate. They're supposed to help you. And I have 3 things that I use, and I thought I'd share them with you because maybe they'll be able to help you a little bit. The first one that I use is Evernote. Now, for those of you who have followed my channel for some time, you will know that I'm obsessed with Evernote. It's a great app that you can use to write yourself notes or to-do lists, and once you've done them, you can actually set a reminder to them. So it can ping you a little notification on the day and the time that you may need. So for instance, if you know you're going to be going and doing all your chores on a certain day and you want to remember that you need to do X, Y, and Z, jot it into Evernote. You set a reminder for that day for maybe half an hour before you're going to go and do your chores, and it'll pop up and it'll remind you. And what's great is that then you won't forget anything you're supposed to do. The next one that I use is my bullet journaling app. Now, I know bullet journaling is supposed to be actually writing in a real journal, but they were smart enough to create an app for you. And I love this app. It's fantastic. There is a section in the app where if you're out and about and you can't write down stuff that you need to remember, you open up the app, you click on the little log, you write in your note, and it stays there. And then the app, what it does is twice a day, you set the times for the morning and the night. It sends you a notification to go check your log, and you can literally go in and then go, oh yeah, I haven't written down all of this stuff. Write all those notes down where you can, and you've saved them all. And what's really smart as well is that that note stays up for 48 hours. So it gives you 4 chances, should I say, to go and make the notes. So if your notification comes in and you're out for dinner, for example, then you know you've got tomorrow morning it will pop up, and hopefully then you're at your desk and you can make all the notes that you need. It's really smart. And then the last one that I use is my calendar. So what I do is, if, for instance, I'm lying on the couch one night and I think I need to remember to do XYZ tomorrow at about 10 o'clock, I go into my calendar, I add a little meeting that says call so-and-so, whatever, and I put a reminder to it. Now you can default set your reminders to always be 15 minutes. I think that's what they actually defaulted to for the system, but you can default it to 0 minutes. You can default it to a day before. You can go in and change each of those specific to the note. So if I want to remember at 10 o'clock to call that person, I set my reminder at 0 minutes. But if it's something where I need to remember that so-and-so is going on leave the next day, I want to remember that at about 3 o'clock the day before, so I can check if there's anything I need to know about. I can catch up with them quickly. So I put it into my diary. Chat to XYZ about what handover needs to happen, so that you don't forget. So the other day I had bought chicken for dinner on my way to a client meeting. When I got there, I was like, I can't leave this in the car. So I went in and I put it in their fridge. But then I set myself a reminder in my calendar at the time I knew I was leaving, so that it would pop up and it said fetch chicken. I didn't want to get all the way home and realize my chicken for dinner was in my client's fridge, especially because they are 1 hour away. It would have been a disaster. So I use all my reminders to help me in the day. And as I said at the very beginning, reminders that are notifications and pinging in your life, They're not meant to cause you trauma and cause little heart attacks for you. They're actually there so that you don't forget things, which will really stop you from being traumatized and having a little heart attack. So use them. They make life so much more efficient. And then below I will link the Evernote app for you, and I will link the bullet journaling app for you. They're great. They're my best. So go and get them and use them. I promise you they'll change your lives. Because there's no list for you today. There's just links to those two apps. And then another last little reminder for you is, if you have a tip or a trick for me on how you remember things, pop it in the comments below and we can see what everybody has to say. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, this is your last chance reminder. Hit subscribe now. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye.